Speaking of big picture, I mean, another big picture conversation we've been having a lot is about events. You know, we kind of saw this break with COVID, with events as a way to, you know, sort of reframe what that looks like. So maybe share a little bit about kind of that discussion and where it's evolved to.
No, absolutely. You know, if we remember back in, I believe it was 17 and 18, we did a community expectation survey. Mm-hmm. And out of that came our destination management plan. Mm-hmm. And if you look at that destination management plan in the whole, mm-hmm. what an incredible document. Mm-hmm. You know, I try to read it every 6 months or so and just remind myself, these are our guiding principles for our town council. Mm-hmm. And you know, I think all of us really take that to heart. So, but in that expectation survey came a lot of input around event fatigue. And there are significant groups and members of our community that were experiencing, just feeling like the weekends were just too piled up with events, and it was getting out of hand. Right. So we've, as we're coming out of COVID, and I know there's been a lot of talk around the reinvent, blah blah blah. Yeah. You know, yeah. Let's call it tweak. Right. You know, so we have taken a look at events. We generated an enormous amount of data. I really appreciate Todd Rankin and Shannon Haynes, working with the group, Lucy Kay certainly, mm-hmm. in generating a lot of data around events. We looked at traffic counts, we looked at parking lot occupancies mm-hmm. and fills. We looked at occupancy numbers. We looked at people on trails, right. The counters. We have wildlife counters right. on trails. So we looked at capacity on trails as well. And we compiled it all and then layered in when our events are. And really what we found was, yes, some of the big iconics, the Oktoberfest, snow sculpture, you know, a couple events like that, yes, they're very impactful. Right. But there are iconic events. Yeah. You know, I don't think, they're not going anywhere. Yeah, exactly. I think we're all very, very much enjoy and feel like they're really a part of the fabric and character of our town. So, but we really wanted to see the rest, and was there a correlation around this event fatigue and our events? And really, the data said no. Mm-hmm. So we really haven't made any we really haven't cut any events, quite right. honestly. We did tweak in updating and, you know, look at the process, and right. I think we've refined it and made it better. You know, I was on the event committee from the very beginning, the original one. So we've spent, 6, 7, 8 years now refining that process and refine. So we took another refinement of it, mm-hmm. and we've created different levels of events, and so that we can really look at it and be sure that if the event fatigue becomes a real thing, you know, if we see that it's really causing big impacts, that we have the mechanism to fairly manage those events with mm-hmm. the producers.